Hey Legionnaires, welcome back. We're here with another Dawnless Days battlefield today, and this is a glorious 2v2 as we have Gondor and Isengard eyeing up against the armies of the East. We have Harad and the Easterlings here facing them today, and this should be an interesting one, that is for sure. It certainly seems like we're going to have a very, I don't know how to put it, like slow pace battle, I'd say, maybe, because it seems like one side is going to be really defensive and the other is going to be really aggressive. Harad and the Eastlings look like they're going to be hell-bent on attacking. Well, as you can see here, Gondor and Isengard already setting up these pike lines, getting ready, making sure that they are very much well and truly defended. We've got Grenadiers back here as well. Not quite sure what's going on with this formation here, but as you can see, Harad already coming in with Serpent Guards, a general already being committed as well. And this is really early on. I mean, we saw Serpent Guard general here, gold chevron. He's coming in for a charge here. I thought he was just going to be a feint, but you know what? He is actually going in. Wow. They're really early on with the general. In fairness, it's a risk, but look at that Citadel Guards descending on the general there. I mean, the general trying to get out of there. He needs to be careful. He's going to lose a lot of cavalry. Yeah, look at this. Losing a lot really early on. That is a really bold and possibly as a silly move really early on here. We're going to see Serpent Guards again going in. It's not the general unit, but it's another unit. They look like they're going to go in for the Grenadiers. Another Grenadier unit fires on them. Look at this. The grenades going in. Oh my gosh. Annihilating these Serpent Guards. I mean, they did do a lot of damage to this Wyand Grenadier unit here, but at what cost? They lost a lot of cavalry there. Yeah, Harad being really aggressive, it seems, really early on. Gondor, by the way, has got his cavalry all the way out here. This is definitely a target I would have gone for. These Knights of the Silver Swan were so, like, out on their own. They were just left there, and this is including a general. You could have got Gondor's general and cut off the head of the snake really early on. It looks like the Uruk-hai pikes are catching those Serpent Guardsmen there a little bit. Again, need to be careful. The Serpent Guard general getting shot at by crossbows, and he's already weakened now because he's been charging into spears. Well, not into spears, but charging in and getting caught by spears. We've got Camel Riders here, gold chevron Camel Riders. That's interesting to see how they do. But yeah, they look like they're about to go for a charge onto the Uruks down here. Not a great charge. They are melee cav, not shock cav, so they're not really designed to just charge head on into infantry. More for prolonged melee. You can see they're going to get caught here by Knights of the Silver Swan. This is going to be a brutal death for these camels. You imagine they're not going to get out of there anytime soon. A really poor start, you could say, from Harad, losing his cavalry really early on. This one might just get out of here. Medium shotguns, very heavy. Oh, he did not outrun them. I thought he might outrun them. Well, he's desperately trying to get out there. He's going to lose some of his cav, but it might be a sacrifice he needs to take, and you can see the general as well running for his life as well. Yeah, this cav is, look at this, taking losses now. This is not a good sign, and you can see the camels as well trying to run for their lives. We have got an assault over here, though, from the Eastlings. The Eastlings actually sitting in their general, baiting the steps, going in against the Uruk-hai infantry there, and we'll see how that goes. We've got the Wain Riders chariots here. We'll have to see how these guys do. They are actually plowing through Fountain Guard right now, actually doing some decent damage. We'll have to see how they do. I don't know really if pikes counter chariots, but it seems not. They're just knocking through them. These Wain Riders are just going to carry on. They're going to plow on through. They need to be careful though, because when they get exhausted and pinned down, they die pretty quickly. You can see here, this is exactly what is happening here. More Wain Riders on their way. They look at this. They kind of do get stopped by pikes when they form up, it seems. I can imagine pikes being a pretty good counter to chariots, to be honest. I mean, anything's good counter to chariots once it gets pinned down. You can see here, Wain Riders are getting shelled as well from grenades. This is not a good sign. You can see they're actually starting to waver and break already. Jeez. This is an explosive start to this fight, that is for sure. Because if you're enjoying Dawnless Days and would like to see some more Lord of the Rings action, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and commentary support. As always, guys, it's very much appreciated, and it really does help out the channel. Grenades going off all over the place. And there you go, Wain Rider's gone. They have, like, been wasted, I'd say. They're really expensive as well. You can see the bait and step coming in. He is charging on into these Uruk-hai pikes and swords. I mean, this is not a good charge either. I mean, again, look at this Knights of the Silver Swan. They are descending on that general, and they are going to come for him, it seems. They need to be careful. They can't afford to lose generals, especially this early on. Balance power looking fairly even. There's about 3,000 on either side at this moment in time. This general does not want to be engaging this Knights of Silver Swan. There is just so much infantry that can support him. He needs to get out of there. Heavy command against very heavy again should be able to outpace him. They're tired. He is fresh. Yeah, he should be safe. This is an offering for the gods. So White and Stormers is coming up out of nowhere and just charging on the Haradrim and Eastling positions. And we're going to have Harad here. Looks like with his general charge into this sword unit. It's going to be a rear charge as well because they are looking the wrong way. And this is a big win here for Harad. Getting a nice little charge there. Got the camels as well coming in. Yeah, that's a nice charge. They should really get out of there and try and recharge them again. But yeah, that's a good kill for the Haradrim, getting that Knights, not Knights, getting the Stormers. And guards, Serpent Guards over here killing off Grenadiers, or trying to. Grenadiers are out of ammo now, so I don't know if that's really the greatest use of their time. And again, oh, it's not good. Baiting the steps, getting caught. I'm not sure how they were getting caught. I thought they were outpacing these guys, but they aren't quite dead. But they're half strength. That's not a good sign. Are any generals dead? No. You can usually hover over a unit. You can see whether it's dead. Its general is dead. It seems that is not the case. Harad over here as well still has his general. Doesn't look. Oh, he does. I was about to say, he doesn't look as any Aduna Nakori, but he does in fact have some Aduna Nakori. And yeah, they're looking ready to go. Those elite shock infantry. They've still held on to a decent amount of their cav, which is something. Eastlings look like they're about to lose their general, and this is a big, big loss. And let's see how. I mean, this is just going to end in the death of the Eastling general. There's no way he can get out of here now. I mean, this Knights of the Silver Swan could go around the back. He could just hammer an anvil, and then they'd be dead. But yeah, this is the death of this unit. That's a shame. I mean, this is going to do real problems for the Eastlings. Their morale's okay as like an evil man faction. They're not like as bad as orcs or goblins. They lose their general, but it's really early on, and. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is a big, big risk. You go up against Gondor and you go up against Isengard. Isengard, when they lose their general, their morale does take a big hit. But Gondor kind of hold for quite a while with the general and without. And I mean, to be fair, their general looking real fresh right now. He is healthy and is a cav unit, which is the problem now because like the Eastlings and Harad have wasted a lot of their heavy cav, so they're in for a real rough game now. They don't have the cav superiority. They don't really have infantry superiority, I would have thought, either. I mean, a target I'd certainly be going for is that Isengard general. It is Lurtz. It's been brought. That was a really bold move by the Eastling player. There you go. General has gone. There you go. That is the Eastling general dead. But yeah, Lurtz as a general is a real risk because he is only like a medium bow unit. Or light bow, in fact. So he's really easy to focus down. And in fact, charge with. If you've got some cavalry, you could just charge this guy down. But yeah, so this is definitely a target we're going for. Killing Lurtz, weaken that Isengard morale, give yourself a chance then just up against Gondor. I'm not saying that it obviously knocks out the Eastlings, but the Isengard, but it certainly makes them weaker. We can see another charge here from the camels this time onto the Grenadiers. They are trying to blow up these poor camels. I mean, they probably wore out them. But they're using up their ammo most keenly on like tiny little cav units, which is great for these things and Harad. That's what they need now. They can't afford their like elite infantry to be blown up by Grenadiers. Looks like we're about to see a charge here. Lurtz, you can see they're desperately trying to get Lurtz. This is just not going to happen. The Serpent Guards need to. Oh, they're going to go in. Okay, this is not what I thought was going to happen. I thought Lurtz would be safe, but it seems I don't know what they're doing. They're trying to desperately get in there amongst them. Now this general's kind of getting caught. Oh, he's charged through a little bit. Wasn't too much of, I don't know, it's not too much of a pull through. He did knock over a substantial amount, but I don't know. I'd be pissed if I like nearly got that general and he snuck away like that. But you can see, look at this. Gondor and the Eastlings, Isengard. I really want to call them the Eastlings today for some reason. Gondor and Isengard are really boxing up though. Really boxing up. This would be prime if you had if like the I guess we could call them the attackers. The eastern factions had Grenadiers. They could just grenade all of these long lines of infantry quite happily, or even if they have like decent bows, they could just focus down what they need to. Like the They shoot down the grenadiers, they shoot down alerts, pikes. But they haven't really brought any archers, only these runic archers. And they're not that great. It looks like we're about to see a shock infantry line come forward. They are probably going to charge into these Citadel guards. Not a bad matchup. The problem is the cav. These things need to be careful. It looks like they're sending out their pole arms to attack the cav. Not a good idea. Just better to stand their ground. Just slowly shift round to scare off the cav. Protect the flanks. What they're doing right now is just charging in a bit of a forlorn hope that they look like they might catch. What is the Gondor player doing? I guess he's looking elsewhere, but he's allowed his cavalry to get caught. I mean, he's going to get it out of there, but still, it's a silly thing to do just to allow the cavalry just to get caught there and just get speared. I guess one lucky thing is that this cav is already all exhausted. It's like knackered. It's at least a small positive. They're not going to be running around. They really need to sit and rest for just a moment. Runic archers focusing down and breaking that grenadier unit, which is good, but it doesn't have much ammo left. It's not the end of the world. They need to shoot things like pikes, like the Isengard pikes especially. Because that's something they have an advantage over these things, is the pikes. Isengard has a really good amount of pikes, and Gondor's also brought really good pikes as well. Here we go though, we're going to see an infantry charge. Wards of Rune going in against Citadel Guard. And these boys are going to chop them down. Yes, if you want to send in your own Dawnless Days replays to then feature on the channel, I'm more than welcome to look at all of your guys' replays. Feel free to join the Discord. The link's down below in the description of this video. And you can join, submit your own replays, get involved in some Rise of Mordor, not Rise of Mordor, Dawnless Days. I should not be calling it that anymore. Dawnless Days. Scenarios and battles and streams. And generally just see extra stuff that goes on behind the scenes of the channel. Yeah, it seems like Lert's starting to suffer. He's 51 out of 140. That morale is not going to be... if that general dies, that morale is not going to be great. But it seems as though... they're really blobbing up right now. This is not good. Like, I don't know what Isengard's doing, but just let Gondor fight in this front line. Worry about the rear lines. Like, there's cavalry now getting in behind. I'm not sure how they've managed to do the slip on his Knights of the Silver Swan. They really need to be careful of that. Both sides playing defensive, actually. I mean, right now I get Gondor and I'd sneak in maybe one of the cavalry to just charge into the back of these Wards of Ruin and the Loki are in down here. But yeah, lots of blobbing up going on right now by Isengard and Gondor. Like, Isengard, don't know what he's doing, but he is seriously blobbing up right now. Like, Gondor and Isengard have the advantage on Cav. They really should not be losing this. They have managed to pin down the Knights of Silver Swan here. That is, in fact, winning against the Camels. And we've got Pikes now arriving, Fountain Guard, that are really banged up. Jeez, these guys have had a rough time of it. I thought the Camels would do quite well against Cavalry. They usually Camels who scare off Cav, and also like they're sat higher in their horses, or like in their camels, I should say. They have the high ground. I would have definitely should not pull both cavalry units out. Maybe should have sacrificed one, but it seemed to work. It seemed to work. Maybe you can sacrifice, pull out both. It's worth a go. This is not looking good though. Uruk-hai infantry breaking. Have they got no general? Oh, I think that, I don't know, I feel like Lurtz might have died. I'm not sure, I can't 100% say. No, he's definitely still alive. You can see there he is, shielding himself like a coward. But yeah, they're just wavering. I'm not sure why. I mean, Lurtz is starting to waver, that's understandable. He's at 28 men, but the, like, Uruk-hai infantry at 50 odd, that's, I guess that's average, but some of them were wavering higher. Uruk's breaking at 17. You can see archers on the flank starting to break here. We're going to see a Dune and a Corey going. But yeah, certainly major blobbing going on here. And I mean, we're also seeing a lack of stuff going on with these pikes here. They need to be aggressive. Gondor's generals in the back lines. Again, he just needs to be careful. He doesn't need to be aggressive. Just needs to keep them away from his rear of his fight. I mean, he is losing the infantry fight at the moment. But he should. No, these Gondor sword infantry are getting cleaned up by the Adun Makori and the polearms. It's not a fight they want to be getting into. Yeah, really, I mean, the Gondor should be trying to do some hammer and anvils right now because, I mean, there isn't much in the way of Haradrim and Eastling reserves. Now is the time to get some hammer and anvils. You could pick these guys apart with what they have. Like, just keep hammer and anviling, you pick them apart. And all of a sudden, these infantry fights turn on a point. Struggling with a word I was to describe how this battle could turn. If there's just one cavalry charge here, these Locurim and these Wars of Ruin, they're in trouble. Looks like, though, over here, finally, the Serpent Guard General's catching a break. And actually looks like he's going to get a decent amount of kills on these Knights of Silverswan. Why did he pull out? Why is he retreating? And there you go. The Allies General's fallen for that. Why did he do that? Knights of Silverswan were losing that fight. And he's going to get spears over to support. And again, he's retreating out of this fight. As Adun Makori chasing cavalry, that's just silly. He should have stayed in this fight here against the Gondorians. He's killing them off. Harad, I personally feel, has terrible morale when he loses a general. Personally, I feel that. We'll have to see how this one goes. I mean, there's been a poor use of cavalry by the Eastern factions here today. Will it cost them? We'll see. Seems like the fight over here going okay. We've got Umbar Usurpers. Pretty solid infantry that going in. Helping to break a decent amount of these Uruk-hai infantry. Where the Uruks are. The Uruks are all merged in. I'm not really sure what's going on, if there's been pull-throughs or what there. It looks a little sus. But we are seeing Isengard start to break now. Lurtz is broken again. This is not good. I mean, Uruk-hai pikes over here are surrounded. I'm not sure why Gondor's not intervening with his Fountain Guard. Seems like there's a lack of teamwork going on here from Isengard and from Gondor. But here we go, finally, Gondor's got cavalry in behind, and he's got infantry as well. Gondor swords, they are losing to the Wars of Ruin, sadly. But he's got cav in behind. Now we might see a few hammer and anvils. Balance power, it's slightly in favor of the Eastern factions, but could quite easily turn in a moment. If this cavalry could get a good charge off somewhere, they could do a lot of work. I mean, just having cavalry is an advantage. They're going to charge into these Wars of Ruin, which is not a bad idea. They're cheering, having defeated their enemy, and now they get charged by cavalry. Oh, how ironic. But as you can see, it seems as though Gondor is actually slowly surrounding these things down here, and they are losing. But they are also getting surrounded in some areas of their own. I mean, spears here, about to get charged by cavalry here. It wasn't the greatest charge in the world. Actually, yeah, that's not a good charge, especially into spears. These Serpent Spearmen might just spear them to pieces. We'll see. And Polearm still getting in behind this left line, looking really bad for Gondor. But over here, looking kind of okay, to be fair. They're starting a rear charge, doing some okay damage. They just need to support the spear line. The Citadel Guards will hold for a long, long time. Well, usually they do. Sometimes they do break quite quickly. But, I mean, usually they are an elite unit. They should hold to about sub 20 men. They've got a while to go yet. And so all you need is just the spears to hold, and the cavalry just keep hammering and ambling. Hammer and ambling. Words are hard. What they don't need is a Adun Makori in their back lines chopping them up with their big old swords. But it's not looking good now. It's really starting to look bad. I mean, we've got the Uruk-hai pikes in the back lines here breaking. It's going to allow these Serpent Spears to descend on them. I'm also seeing cavalry break here. Yeah, what happened to Gondor? Oh no, Gondor's general is still alive. Lurtz is long gone. See, it's the Gondor general that's literally holding on this morale. It is just down to Gondor, I feel. Isengard broke really quickly. I'm really surprised at that, to be honest. There you go, the pikes breaking. Cavalry staying in combat. Probably should have charged it and then left straight again, because it is shock cav. It does better on a charge. If you keep cycling charging this cav, you'll get incredible kills. Even in combat like this, that's what happens. They get chopped down by men with big axes. And it's not looking good now. And there you go. I feel like big mistake that made by both sides. I mean, the Eastlings and Harad threw away their cavalry like it was just, I don't know, candy. And then you also have big mistakes by Gondor and Isengard using grenades early, not really supporting either as well, and not taking advantage of their cavalry superiority. And stacking up as well. They did a lot of like stacking here, and they had a lot more troops that they could have just flanked around with. So yeah, you don't really, especially when you're pikes on their own are enough to hold a solid line. Like when they got their pikes into the fight here, they could have then pulled back their swords and then had those swords go around the back. And then Harad and the Eastlings would have been powerless to do anything really. And there you go, we're going to see a chain rout, and that is going to be the battle. A close victory for the Eastlings and Harad. So we'll end the replay and a quick look at the end results. This one was sent in by Ellen Anish, who was playing as the Eastlings. Did a pretty decent job actually. Those Wainriders, I say they got wasted. One got 200 kills, which is pretty good for them, but the others certainly did not do that great. His shock infantry though saved him. 223 kills with the Wards of Rune. 201 with another. His general getting 112 kills. Definitely needed to protect him a little bit more. He just kind of got isolated and murdered. His axes, his macemen doing really well, getting 157 kills, and his polearms getting 112 kills, so not too bad there. And then we have Nazgi playing as the Haradrim, 203 kills with his general, not too bad there. 105 with the Umbar Usurpers, 167 with another, 170 with the Aduna Nakori, 127 with the spears, and then his cav, yeah, not doing that great, only getting like 48, 50, 54 kills with the Camel Riders. Then we have Deval playing as Gondor. 136 kills with Gondor Sword Infantry. 66 with the Citadel Guards. Pikes getting 95 kills in his cav. 164. Definitely could have been more if he saw a chance to use them. And then we have Zawodnik playing as Isengard. Poor Lurz getting focused down that entire game, getting very few kills. His infantry actually as well doing really poorly. 63 his Sap has got 155, another one here. That's like the best of the bunch. Grenadiers, 89 kills. Yeah, really, actually, his army really underperformed. I thought he had crossbows as well, but it seems like he did not. Yeah, I thought they were getting shot. Oh, no, it must have been Lurtzen shooting at the general that was like the only archer fight there was. There is actually a massive lack of archers in this game. I did not really realize that until after the battle. But there you go, guys. That is today's battle. I hope you did enjoy. Do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. And if you want to see more Dawnless days, make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on a single battle. And until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.